Being a UX designer, you never know where you will crash. Or what will crash on you. Whatever happens, every time there is a new journey, new challenge. The same happened to me. I crashed into the sea of one of our clientele, a financial institute. It was a stormy situation. The project was in the red zone because of multiple escalations. After getting on board and familiar with the situation, I got to know that it was not a single project, there were multiple projects ongoing and in the pipeline. So, I was the resource, the single designer for all client requirements. Understanding the requirement was the first challenge for me because I always receive one-liner. Or one link. Or an Excel sheet with technical data in the mail as a requirement. The second challenge is gathering the insights and digging down into the requirement, connecting dots with different people in different channels. There were not only multiple but actual 8 to 10 different software applications. For different departments and for different processes, which were in discussion mode since the last 2 years' roadmap. Sometimes, I was the resource, the designer, the listener, the digger, the empathizer, the visionary, the driver, the leader, the traveler, the mediator, the strategist, the detective, the composer, and many more. While playing different roles, I was knitting a seamless experience for the former employees, medicating the existing workforce for their pains and making peace in stakeholders' minds. Most of us knows the design thinking methodology, like empathize, define problem statement, ideate, prototype, test, publish. I was also following the steps, but same size fits for all never works, so I altered the process for this client. Creating a seamless automated experience from onboarding to exit process was the solution that has been derived from the stories of pains, needs, beliefs, and struggles of the human workforce. It is difficult to be in others' shoes and be neutral, to analyze at the same time. Many times, you feel the real heat. The real pain. I remember one of the research interviews. Jasmine was her name. She was a resource community manager. Every day she needs to deal with all kinds of different resource management requests from different departments and branches, from all over the world. It was a very hectic schedule for her because most of the processes were manual, and some are half automated with the help of multiple software subscriptions and tools. Overall, tasks and work processes were not at all seamless and easy. For some of the requests and processes, she needs to figure out the solution on her own and then generate the report or suffice the request. There are more people who are working in this manner, and facing such issues, but that is not the reason I remember her. One day, she had a medical emergency in her family, and as a manager, she was responsible for resource community. She left early that day, and days pending work was reflected and impacted in the overall quarterly report. It was her family emergency, so that was a considerable excuse, but the impact was undeniable. Even she was feeling vulnerable because of the medical emergency and the moral responsibilities towards her duty. It resulted in tension about lack of individual performance, ultimately triggering low appraisal and losing the moral and corporate image. A single incident in our life can give a big turn to our life. This was one incident about one employee. What if there would be more employees who are facing such kinds of issues? What if they are not talking about their issues because of guilt? What if they are carrying the burden of this every time while working, and while being with their families? What do you think? Are they really doing well? Every one of us has faced such kind of situation in his/her working life, where we strive for managing everything. This was the moment where I realized the true sense of the human-centered design, helping humans to keep being human for humans. We started reading the needs between and behind the lines, started ideating, created multiple prototypes, and tested those. It was a team effort. I explained the concept to the team, and made sure that everyone should be on the same page. It was a musical. The running train, running machine from the manufacturing plant has a particular music beat, such a way the team was working to solve the problem harmoniously. We created a seamless user experience for every single internal process, and made it speedy and effective for the internal employees. We replaced the manual processes with automation, created the solution handy by targeting different kind of devices, so the user can access application/software from anywhere. So, employees started performing efficiently to provide a seamless experience to the newcomers of the company. Since last 2 years, I was working on this project. My suggested solutions has increased the feasibility and mobility for employees. Employees are working more efficiently, they feel strong and confident. Trust about the organization has been increased, and people are working without tension. Satisfaction level was increased within employees. Attrition rate has been reduced by 10%. Cost gets reduced and revenue increased. Mobility and feasibility permit employees to save their time. We gave one more chance in today's world to carve some more moments with your loved ones. We spread the smile on the faces like Jasmine. Client was happy with the results and looking ahead to grow business with our organization in upcoming years. 2 projects are in pipeline from the same client. It was a win-win situation for client, for end user, and for our organization. I can proudly say I am the innovator, the creator, the human for human, the one. Come join me, let's grow together. And let's be the one.